everybody, and thanks again for listening. Thanks for tuning in. I want to start back from the beginning where I thank every one of you that watched us last week live, that watched the 5 day launch. It was incredible to have 100 30 or a few sign up. Almost 40 showed up every day for 5 days, and it's just incredible and a gift to be sharing this with you. So today is just going to be a thanking you thing and inviting you more to keep up on this journey and really move to that next level, and thank all the affiliates who helped us. So thanks for those also who actually did apply and want to work with us. So with that, after we thanking those who showed up for the week, every day we had like a 5 day launch. It was the first time we do it. We've done a few hours before, but this was the first time we do 1 hour a day for a week. And we carried the room pretty much 5 days in a row, like 35, 40 people. Really incredible. So thank you for doing that for yourself. Thanks for wanting to do more. Thanks for wanting to follow and be more. Because when you follow something bigger than you, that's how you're going to become that next level. So today, when Harrison shows up, we're going to talk a bit more about some of the rules and the tease of what we're going to share about with you tomorrow. But I just want to review quickly some of the takeaways from those who were in the room and what they said that they took away. All right. So somebody for sure, after we shared with them, they said, "Oh, my problem is too small," and that is true. That could be one of the big mistakes that you're doing. Right. So if you're solving a small problem, you're not going to earn a lot of money. So you have to be solving a big problem. You have to be solving something much bigger than what you've ever done. So think about where you are right now. If you're solving something small, you're going to get something small. The bigger the problem, the more you're going to get. Now, most people don't see it that way. Most people just want more, and you're not going to just get more, right? The only way you're going to get more is by solving a bigger problem. So look at this example with Elon Musk, right? 2008 car crisis. GM is going bankrupt, Ford is running out of money, all these cars going on, but he was solving a bigger problem in the petroleum industry, right? He wants to go on the electric grid. 2008, the big crisis, he was solving a big problem. Now Tesla is the most prized car company in the world, right? So you got to be solving a big problem. So if you're out there trying to earn big money and you're not solving a big problem, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So the bigger the problem, the better it is. The effect, the larger or the number of people you're going to affect. So that's one of the mistakes that we've shared last week. And we're going to continue to share on this note. Right? We're going to continue to share and bring to you how we solve this big problem, how we help you become that next level. If your problem is small, you're not going to earn that big money. If you don't have a comprehensive strategy, a congruency on what you're doing, it's not going to grow. So these are the biggest thing that showed up. Another one that showed up, somebody that in the middle of the week, they reported that they are feeling the change, they are feeling the self-image shift, and they are feeling that they are getting rid of their internal and external limiting beliefs. Because we went through some exercises with them, we asked them to do some things, and they stepped out and they felt that change. See, Harrison Klein is famous for instantaneous transformations. If you allow the material to work on you, you have to allow something big to come to you for you to really grow, right? If you stay limited and locked up, guess what? You're going to stay limited and locked up. But if you open up and drop the guard and allow this to happen, you will change. So for those who are in our Facebook group, for those who really saw the email that went out and the post, this individual, he's been struggling for a long time. And in the short amount of hours he spent with us, he sees the shift. He sees the change. He realizes that he could be $1 million coach. He could be $1 million business owner, right? So that's what we do. We're coaches of coaches, and we're going to teach you all these many principles, all these wealth strategies. And we are just like I was telling him earlier, Harrison, we're so excited that so many actually want to grow. So many actually want to get their business to that next level. So welcome, Harrison. Good to see you, my friend. How you doing? How are you?
Hi, Kamal. How's everything?
Everything is great, amazing, blessed, grateful, as usual. Just
sensational, galactic, inspired, wonderful, resplendent, and dazzling. You guys, just in case you noticed the gap in between my teeth, I took a bite on a lamb chop bone a couple nights ago, and my tooth chipped in half. So I am toothless today, or half toothless today. but yeah, like what you were saying, Kamal, has great value, and the fact that when you allow things to be as they are, when you open yourself up to allow your reception, you get the freedom to attract your tribe. You get the freedom to transform problems into solutions. You get the freedom to exercise your full potential. So you move into much higher states of mind, and of course you get breakthroughs every single time you go through a higher state of mind. So, and one of the things we talked about in the 5-day event, if you were there, you noticed that on day 3 and day 4, we talked about limiting beliefs, internal limiting beliefs on day 3 and external limiting beliefs on day 4. And I gave you guys a series of questions, that were meant to, pull your internal limiting belief from your subconscious into your conscious mind, which then allows you to, craft your story, craft your message, and eliminate those blockages that keep you from becoming and having what you want. So the process is pretty much the same for everybody. It's been around since ancient times, and once you learn it, you have a formula for success. Once you learn it, you have a blueprint for your message. Once you learn it, you have a marketing development foundation to play with, because it's all about you applying what you know to the higher consciousness and the higher mindset and the higher applications of your ability to receive whatever that is, through product development, through coaching, through strategies, through positioning, through lead generation, all those things. So we want to thank you guys for showing up. It was such fun to have you guys on this call. I mean, the guys who were in VIP, especially the people who were in VIP who asked questions, we had such a good time. And you can't get a place where your goals and your values align more than when you ask questions. So the questions that you ask become the quality of your life. And so we got to find out what moves for us, and then what moves for us attracts the magnetism and the intensity of who your tribe is. So, we have about 10,000 strategic partnership scripts.
It's incredible, and I want everybody who's listening live and who's listening to the recording of this, the questions that you ask are going to determine where you go, how far you're going to go. You got to start listening in and going in so that you can get this enlightenment happening to you, right? Those who are in the VIP and the platinum with us for the 10 hours last week, they've got some serious problems solved. They had some blocks that they got removed. So it's not just about, being a VIP, it's about solving some real things that you're struggling through. So the quality of the questions that you ask is going to determine your future, your outlook, how fast you're going to get there. The one big lesson that I've learned after being 25 years in business is that you cannot go where you want to go with what you have right now. You have to upgrade. You have to let go of what you have and move with some new stuff. So you have to get some new things into your life, because where you want to go, right? If you know how to go there, you would have already gone. So we have to be willing to ask these questions, and we might not know the answers. It's okay. Answers will come from the proximity, from the guidance, from who you're going to be around. So absolutely, thanks. All those who became clients, all those who are in the Facebook group, all those who showed up to the show, all those who came to the VIPs, it's just been amazing. And the notes are continuing to show up, Harrison. I don't know if you've been in the Facebook group yet, but it just keeps increasing. And there's a lot of comments as to how valuable it was immediately to apply it into their business, like right away. We're not talking strategies for 10 years from now. We're doing like what you could do right now to move your business.
One of the people on the VIP asked a really universal question that I think is something that most everybody relates to when they're trying to make any kind of ambitious move. One of them said, I'm afraid of who I'll become if I rise to these higher places, because I don't know what my situation is going to be. And so, my answer to that for people, is at every single level, you actually leave something behind. But the core of you, that heart that is you, that love that is you, that awareness that is you will always go with you all the way up and down, no matter where you go. So you'll always do that. Money is just an amplification of who you are. That's all it is. It's just energy that amplifies your ability to do whatever it is you want to do, or your ability to communicate whatever it is you want to do. And talking about questions, when you ask a question like that, you get an answer that really is, heartfelt, that really goes to the soul. And, one of the important things is you have to have a communication framework. You have to have a process for an action conversation if you want to rise, and you got to get into the action conversation. And, that action conversation starts your branding, it starts your positioning, it starts your fascination with the next level. So as you ask the questions, if you do them well, you fall in love with where you're going to go, because the picture is clear. And when the picture is clear, there's no stopping you. You become what we call unstoppable.
Unstoppable.
Unstoppable. And, I took a picture in a Superman costume once because I felt unstoppable.
That's good. That's really, really good. And for those who are watching, and for those in the Facebook group, the replay for day 5, the scale to grow, it's just been posted. So you've got 24 hours to watch it. Make sure you do, but it will go down by tomorrow afternoon. And for those who are continuing to ask the question, keep asking the question, because what we went through from Monday to Friday, the what and the why on Monday, how to get you to believe on why you want to be that $1 million man or woman, why you want that business to grow, what is it that you solve, right? Going through that process. And then day 2 on Tuesday, we did the how, how you identify and how you really expand and how you really get these systems. Remember the I can, I will, I am. So those who are re-listening to this is probably hitting home, because we're getting you to do it, and we're repeating some things to get you to really do the work, right? You might still haven't figured out what's the what that you want to do or why you want to do it. It's okay, but just get on the process, get on the application, get on really committing to yourself why you want this next level success. And then on day 3, Harrison did the questions on internal limiting beliefs. I mean, that by itself is world class. I've seen a lot of things out there, but what we did last week, and for those who really, really want it, even though if you are not there, reach out, we'll figure out a way for you to really hear these questions, how you can really untangle these limiting beliefs, internal and external, because, at some point, we want you all to understand that staying stuck and accepting the misery is a choice. And you have to choose differently to change. A lot of people are just choosing where they are without realizing it. And when you go through the process that we did last week, it will really, knock your socks off and get you really open up and get going. Like, we want you to stop being average, right? Average is over. We got to get you to become above average. So it was just phenomenal, because of the transformation that happened during the week, of the people who really listened and the interaction we had. I really want to thank Harrison for really putting on an amazing set of questions. That it takes time to think of these good things, to get the best out of the audience, right? The energy was there. So that does not just happen. That comes from Harrison's 40 years of experience, right? I've got 25 years of experience in manufacturing, business, and now coaching. But this is a lot of wisdom and experience that we've injected in this short amount of time, so that people would have a transformation. So that's kind of what we had today. What else, Harrison, do you want to mention to thank the people and the affiliates? And
I spoke to one of the people last night that was on the call.
Yeah.
And she started out the conversation with my new mantra, and you guys should all adopt this. My new mantra is recurring revenue. Recurring revenue. Say it with me. Recurring revenue.
Let's go. Recurring revenue. That's a good mantra. Yeah.
So that's what happens when you step into high level coaching, and when you step into high level presentations and stuff like that. You don't have one stream of income; you have recurring streams of income. Something that pays you continuously on and on and on and on and on.
Yeah.
So
that was beautiful. That's recurring revenue. And the other comment that's still in my mind when we had the conversation with one of the coaches that was there is like, This was so nice and easy going. There was no pressure, there was no tension, there was no asking for money, there was no pitching. It was a very relaxed growth environment. And that's what we're building. You know, this is only for those who are serious, like for those who really want to go this journey. You know, we're not here to force you to anything. We're here to help you become that next level that you want to become. So I think a couple of them said it was a very relaxed environment for the 5 days. They did not feel pressure. They did not feel any, you know, like they usually feel in other salesy conversational salesy presentation. We're just giving value, and that's what we want to do. We want to help you like break through, and we want you to jump and say, yeah, let's go.
And then I want to remind you guys of something that is really important too, that the value of what you do is much more important than the worth. So I told a story about, you know, a young sage, a young boy who talked to multiple people about, you know, a pot that he had made. And at one point he was offered $2, and at one point he was offered $200,000 for the pot, or whatever the numbers were, but it were really super exponential. It's a matter of value. The worth of the pot was $2. The value was 200,000 to some people, you know, or 2,000 or 20,000 or even 200 or even $200 to some people. It's the value of what you do, not the worth. The worth is one thing. The worth is the resources and the raw material. The value is what people perceive your worth is, and that as you understand that you have to give more value than what you charge, you know, you become a stronger and stronger and better coach at the perception of how that works for people. And then that when somebody perceives that there's a very high value, they treat it like there's a very high value, and the first thing that happens is they tend to want to internalize it, and then they do, and then they integrate it, and then they apply it. So really good stuff. This is a really nice life.
Absolutely, and everybody should take this to the bank, like in your mind, in your body, in your business. Right? There's a cash value, and then there's a use value of the problem that you solve. Right? Well, when you get paid for your service, you'll get some monetary exchange, which is so many dollars, so many hundreds of dollars or thousands. But the value that you provide when you solve somebody's problem, when you solve somebody's business problem, when you solve somebody's growth problem, that value that's going to bring is going to be so much more. So that's huge to really get that right, to get your selling mechanism and your mind working. It's significant. The money is just an exchange. It's just a price of a cup of coffee, a price of a car, a price of a thing. But the value that you bring to the world of what you sold is what counts. When you help somebody reorient their life, when you help somebody get a $12 million sculpture fee, right? When you help somebody become famous, what's the value of that? When you help somebody get out of a bad relationship and become in a good relationship, what's the value of that? Huge compared to the exchange monetarily that you do with them. And you got to get that straight. Always give more value, more solution to the that happens.
A lot of billionaires, they buy planes and they buy these amazing homes and all these other kinds of things. Millionaires and billionaires, they get all that stuff. But you know what? They do a lot of business because of the plane. Their efficiency increases, their effectiveness increases, their connections increase, and the value, gets the ROI, the return on investment gets dramatic. That's also what we teach you how to do, because that's what we do. We give you a super high value, much more than the cash is worth. So who wouldn't pay, X amount of dollars to become a millionaire? Most people would, So
most people would, like that, and that's the thing. You have to, there has to be this exchange, but you got to be willing to you have to be willing to receive it. You have to be a good receiver, right? See that thing. So, and that was day 5, right? The scale to grow. I mean, that was by itself, and that's what's in the Facebook group now for the next 24 hours. Everybody that's listening and everybody that's watching their play, make sure you watch day 5, scale to grow, because you're gonna get this mechanism of how to think, feel, speak, act, become, how you really scale that business. Like getting it moving. Like, if there's no excitement, something is missing. So let's let's get you doing it. I mean, somebody in the Facebook, it says Facebook user. I think they're talking about you, Harrison. They said you're still handsome. I think this is for you. I don't know who that is, but it's definitely.
Well, that's for you. Come on.
So No,
Oh,
it's
Valerie wants to come in. Kamal.
oh, I don't see her here. Does she have the link?
She says she just texted me that she wants to come in.
Okay, well, she has the yeah. Text her the link because I don't have her text here on my
Oh,
phone.
okay. We're just about ending anyway, but you know, I do want to leave you guys with with one thing, and I want you to repeat it back to me. Recurring
Recurring revenue.
recurring revenue. You want recurring revenue, not just one time, but recurring revenue.
Yeah, recurring revenue. That is incredible. So, but we also have to give them the tease for tomorrow, right? So tomorrow, you said
Yeah,
we have a very important class on the live, and it's going to
yeah,
be around 12:15, 12:30, where Harrison is going to give a quick lesson. This is not going to be an hour. It's going to be 15, 20 minutes, but it's going to be very, very valuable. So for those who are listening now, make sure you show up tomorrow, invite your friends. It's going to be, you've never heard this lesson before. We did not share it last week, and Harrison wanted to share it today. I said, no, let's just kind of tell them we're going to do it, and then we'll do it tomorrow because Thursday is our community day. Thursday is where we serve the community for free, basically. We serve those who are just coming in to see what we do, just coming in to see what we do. So Thursday is your day to ask a question in the Facebook group, see what we have to do, and he's got an amazing lesson for tomorrow. So Harrison, give us a minute on not that go into detail, just the tease
yeah,
for
yeah,
tomorrow.
yeah.
Just tell us, what
All
you
right, here. We're going to talk about the unholy trinity, what I call the unholy trinity.
Woo!
We're going to talk about the things that keep most people most stuck: indecision, fear, and doubt. So we're
Wow.
going to talk about that. You want to overcome those things so that you can be super successful. That's what we're going to talk about tomorrow. We will see you tomorrow.
Woo!
Recurring revenue. Say it.
Recurring
Say it to
revenue,
yourself.
let's go. Recurring revenue and the unholy trinity tomorrow. Indecision, doubt, and fear. You get that straightened out this week, and your life will be a whole much better. Harrison, thank you so much. I'll see you in a few minutes on the Zoom. And
That's what Valerie's talking about.
that
Yeah,
is correct. That
yeah.
is correct. So thanks again for today. Thanks for showing up for yourselves. For those who listen to this, if you have any questions, put them in the chat. Send us a message. We will answer them personally most of the time, and we will come back to you tomorrow. Thanks again. Talk soon.
All right. Bye bye. Recurring revenue.